Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to be showing you an episode basically for beginners. We're going to go right in about the layout and then the strategy for beginners that should make you $100 to $200, maybe even $300 a day, depending on your share size. Please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone you trust that is licensed and experienced with handling your money before you try to emulate any of these trading strategies or demonstrations or any of the information or advice that I give you on this channel. That's just a disclaimer to protect me from you not protecting yourself. So you should protect yourself. So anyway, let's go over this layout because this is going to look very confusing to you. If you're new, you're going to say, and then we're going to have some trading demonstrations. You can see how to make the money, okay, for the date that we're trading today. And this is the strategy that we're trading. It's called the RV strategy. It came out last year, in March of last year, and it's you're trading large cap stocks. So this is designed for people that have made the PDT rule, the pattern day trading rule, which means you have a minimum of $25,000 in your account that allows you to margin up to $100,000, or you have offshore account someplace not in the United States, where they can let you only need 5,000 or 6,000, and you can margin 5 or 6 times that amount on your account. They will charge you trading fees. Here on Thinkorswim, which I'm showing you, there are no trading fees. So there's always kind of a hiccup to get into day trading, to do scalping, unless you're just doing like one trade a day, or something like one trade a week or one trade a month. This is the type of trading that I'm going to show you. It's very exciting. People that are used to having fast reflexes do better, like if you're a gamer and you are used to quick decision making. Although I'll be doing it on a 1-minute chart, you don't really need to be on a 1-minute chart. You could do it on a 5-minute chart, make a decision within a 5-minute period, and you hopefully would be able to do that if you can't do it in a 1-minute. I'm used to doing the 1 minute. A lot of the scalpers find that you really need that information right then. So this big chart that you see right here, this is a 1-minute chart that has all these different indicators and lines on it that I'm going to go over with you. But this is designed to get you started. This beginner strategy is very safe. It's designed to be for your safety more than your profit. So maybe you walk away with $25 or $50 instead of losing 100 or 200 or 500. That's why it's designed by a group of professional traders. They wrote a book. It's called Day Trading Volume 1. I'll have a link to it. It has all the details if you don't get them from this video or a lot of other videos I have trading this strategy. So on Day Trading for Success here, we're aimed at trying to make you $100 to $300 a day, maybe more, and just help you make a living. That's what this channel is. So we're going to show you different trading demonstrations, different strategies and styles, different indicators that you can get, some for free here, and some we will direct you to, as well as books to go purchase them from other people. So things that I believe in here as the professor, a former math teacher, and a coder for Charles Schwab Thinkorswim. And so I do a lot of custom coding and understand this platform really well, and do a lot of custom indicators for this platform. Okay, so what else do we have here besides this 1-minute chart? Well, this is the active trader. Now, I have a lot of videos that have complete setups and layouts that you can either watch me build and build yourself, or you can just download the layout, right? I will have the layout here again for free, this exact layout. Remember, when you're downloading anything, it's not a link like a typical link, right? You highlight it, copy it, go into your setup wheel on the top right corner, open that up where it says open shared item, and then click in that box, and then push Control-V, and then what you have copied will go in there, and then it says preview it. You can name it anything you want, and then it will be inside your memory of the layout. So remember that. When you go to look for your layouts under there, it'll be whatever you named it. This is the level 2, which on large caps you don't really need, and we're trading large caps or mega caps. So that means a $25 billion minimum market cap, $1 billion minimum float, $1 billion minimum float, and that they're going to move very slow, like slow-moving animals or dinosaurs. And we try to create channels to have them move in between, and I'm going to show you how to do one of those channels right now in just a second here. So then we have the Level 2 here, again, I just said you don't have to worry too much about this. This is what the ask and the bid, so what people are willing to pay, what people want to get paid, how many shares. You multiply that by 100. You don't really need to know all that. We're going to be trading with 100 shares today. You might want to make it 50 or even 25 when you trade, and I always recommend you trade in a simulator first. All right, then I have various, these are special custom indicators that tell you all kinds of information so you don't have to find them elsewhere, and I'll have links to these. This is the day trading dashboard. This is a 15-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart, all jumbled up with a MACD, another indicator that you can get here right on the Thinkorswim. And then I have reduced charts down here, another 5-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour. Now we'll talk about why we have all those, but let's start with the day chart and talk about what we don't have up here yet, which is the range we expect to trade in. So we look at the close of yesterday. Let me just write this down so I can do this pretty quick with you guys. So the close of yesterday was 126.91. We don't have Charlie with us here today. She usually handles the chat. So a lot of the people that are trading along with me pretty much know what they're doing. So then if you look down here, the $4, this is the ATR, the average true range of the stock over a 14-day period. So the average true range, if you look back down, there's $4.79. Let's call it $4.80. So if we divide that in two, we've got $2.40, right? So $2.40. So that means that the high is 129.31. So we're going to make a level here. I'm going to call it the ATR high. We're going to turn on the extension. Going to make it green. And we're going to call it 129.31. So that is our high. We'll make it 3 in width. And there's our height of the level. So we've taken the close of yesterday, which is right down here, and we've divided the ATR in half, and we added it to get an ATR high. Now we're going to go ahead and do it again, and we're going to get an ATR low. Now the ATR is just one number. Oops. But I'm calling it the ATR because that's how we got how we divided it in two and got it. So we're going to start trading in just a second here. So I'm trying to get this done quickly. Okay, and then our price, now we can subtract the entire ATR, which was 480. Just don't want to get this wrong. It seems very simple to a former math teacher. But so 29.31. Then I'll subtract the entire ATR, 4.80, and that's going to get me 124.51. You guys probably already did that. 124.51. Now that is our ATR low. So now we have our range. Now we're expecting the price action to move in between this range right here. Right, that's what we're doing. So that's how you set that up for this strategy called the RV strategy. Now the next thing we do is we go into the Fibonacci's to create support and resistance, or what they would call channels. So this, you first go to a 10-day. So this is a 10-day 5-minute chart. And then you open up your Fibonacci retracements. Now I show you how to set this all up. You'll have it set up ahead of time. And you're looking for the high. You always go left to right, so it could be a low down here that you're going to drag up to high. In this case, it's a high. So you click there, right, and then you'd find the low over the last 10-day period on a 5-minute, which I just marked up this morning as it went down. Now you can it says to mark it down here really before, but I went ahead and marked it today because we started earlier. I mean, we're starting later, so I went ahead, since it was such a big move, to try to get us better support and resistance levels by marking it on this one right here. So that's what I did, and you'll see it was marked there just a few minutes ago. And then I did it on a 2-day, which is right here. And actually, that was the 2-day. The 10-day was also there. Yeah, I did both the 2-day and the 10-day in the exact same spot. But the 2-day started a little earlier. So what's that doing is that this is creating channels. So we look in between our range where we're expecting to trade, and it already left it. right? But you're trying to trade in ceilings and floors, and you see how they kind of respects these levels. Now you see the blue lines here too. The strategy says go down to a 4-hour chart, and I opened up a 4-hour chart, and they're really in between the range here. There wasn't a real lot. See, we're down here already. So I went down to the 1 hour. That's why it says 1H. Let me get these down here. I'll lock that. So on the 1 hour here, you can see I marked historical data where it stopped. So that's where the price action came to a abrupt halt and turned around. And that's why I marked these with these blue lines here to try to get, I didn't go all the way up here because first of all, I would have gone back here to mark those, but it just seemed like we were already way out of the range. So if I have to go back and mark some, I will. So what we've done now, what we've effectively done is we have marked channels to trade in and out of. Now the other thing that I have on here, this is a custom script. It's called the half and whole dollar script, and every one of these gray lines marks a half or a whole dollar. So that's a psychological support or resistance level that other traders look at, and they will often go in and out at those levels. So that's called trading with the crowd. So there is a custom script you can get. I have a link to it. If you don't want to draw those in yourself, they'll just populate automatically. The other thing you see here is the market magnet, which is really, really handy. That is the magenta line, is the center of all volume at a certain price over the period from the market open. And these lines you see come in and out, these bluish aqua lines, are showing you it might move this magnet. So you really want to keep an eye on that magnet. These arrows are the range of it. It's set for a at 50% range for large cap, so it's a custom script. There's a link to it. It's very, very handy. The other link, the other script that's in here is the buy-sell oscillator, and it will show these little arrows. That'll show you when it thinks the price action is going to turn around. See what happened here? It was going down. The arrow told you it's about to go up, and it did. It's going down. The arrow told you it's about to go up, and it did. So they won't mark it every time, but they mark it a lot of time. It's proven to be about 70% accurate. So these are the 3 scripts that I use in here, as well as I have the multi-chart alignment on this 5-minute chart over here. It shows the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4-hour charts, what those candlesticks closed at. Again, you talk about trading with the crowd. You want to know the people that are only trading on those candlestick time increments. You want to know what they're seeing, right? So right now it's kind of split. So we have kind of a look, it's telling you this is about to go down. So we're hitting a resistance level right here, the ATR. Now I'll be quarterbacking for the traders here. We don't have Charlie. She's usually handling it, so they'll have to listen closely if they want to trade with me. But we're doing trade as I trade, but we're doing, and I don't recommend, everybody's responsible for their own trades, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor. But we're trading very low share size for these guys up here on Zoom, so nobody's really worried. And I'm interested in this because you went into a position already. I'm just noticing. Guess we're not waiting for the half hour. So the way the RV strategy works is you're supposed to start trading at a half hour after the market opens, and that's the strategy that we're trading today. So I'm going to try to talk you through this big jumbled up mess here. I tried to show you how we set it up, but I will look at these charts and try to help me, have multi-candle alignment, as well as price action, as well as the scalping indicator down here. The red are the sellers, the green are the buyers. This is the sentiment within any candle. This is a must-have custom indicator. I'll have a link to it. This is incredible. This is a game changer. I think I told you the column is the volume. So like on a surfboard, you're sitting on a wave and you're just waiting for this price action to show you jump on that move. Now, the support and resistance lines and this arrow are telling you maybe you don't want to jump on that move, so it's telling you to go the other way, as is the market magnets pulling you down. You left its range. So there's a lot of stuff that are telling you to go the other way, but it's hard to tell right now. I would say, guys, if it breaks this level, I'm going to get in, which is at around the 78 level. So we'll just start early, since I see 2 of you are now in But I guess we're not really doing the official. I'm just going to go ahead and go in right there. So I got it at 80, just above that level. Now, this said to go down, so if this is right, then I just made a bad trade. But I basically was going by the scalping indicator was constantly climbing here, but it did drop below that volume, so that's a sign that it might be done. So, but look at this, 98, 95, 98%. So now you have some support right here. If this breaks back through here, then I might go short. So let's see, 86. So I am looking at the price action here. I'm looking at the market magnet, which is right here, right here. This is the price I will get. There's very little spread on AMD, so I'm expecting. So what I'm trying to carve out by doing these quick trades is $100, $200, maybe a little bit more. With AMD, it moves so slow. It's very safe. You know, if you've made a bad call, just get out. Always have a trading plan. Always set a max loss per trade. So like if I'm trading 100 shares, I really don't want to lose more than $50 a trade. And quite frankly, probably not more than like $25 a trade, you know. But I'll set it at 50 just so I have a little bit of leeway. But you might want to set it for, you know, no more than 1/2 of your position size, what you're willing to lose per trade. And then you want to have an overall how much you're willing to lose per day, right? Now, as it comes up to this price action, I see that I have a hangman with a pretty big shadow wick. We've got another one, and this is a whole dollar. Look out, we may turn around right here. So that's trading with the crowd level. So I want to look at everything. Strong buyers all the way across. I'd like to see this magnet pull up like a springboard, and it might. But the volume, let's see if the volume picks up right here. As we get right at 10 o'clock, you should expect a half-hour after market open on the East Coast of the United States, New York Stock Exchange. See how the volume is going up right now? This is typically a time frame where the volume goes up. So you might see this magnet punch this up higher and give me some more confidence to stay. But right now, I'm already pretty confident because it broke that level pretty strongly. Look at how it's going up. So these are the things I'm looking at to make this decision, because I don't want anything to be like he had a feeling, you know, or, how does he know? How I know is by looking at these. If these don't make sense, you should be shooting me a comment saying, I don't understand why you went in that move, so I can explain it for you and for everybody else. I try to cover it here. Sometimes I do inexplicable things, but the whole idea is this is a teaching channel, and we are trying to teach you with help that I have here with Alan and Charlie. I'm in a studio of other traders over here that are trading way larger share size, and everybody's doing NVIDIA and Tesla these days, and Apple too. So there's hundreds of thousands of dollars being traded over here, why we trade our $47 over here. But, you know, you've got to start somewhere, and you don't want to, now this is a Fibonacci level. You don't want to go too fast, is what I was about to say. So this is scary for me that it might turn around, especially since the magnet hasn't pulled up. I see some price action. See these lines coming in? And even though, you know, they're above the magnet, but if they stay down there, it's a sign that it's going to go down. Now, the buyers dropped off this scalping indicator, but it's still really high. So I'm not ready to call it a day yet on this move, and we have a nice big cushion here for our first trade. So let's hold it a little longer. It's very strong, and see if it can punch it a little bit higher. So all the people, multi-chart alignment's amazing. Everything but the 4-hour is up. So everybody trading the 5-minute and the 15-minute are going in. We just broke the fib. Now can we break that $0.50? Yes, we broke the $0.50. So now we're going up to the next line. Now the buyers did drop off of that a little bit, but still, I would not go against this trend. Now this is a mini trend, so that buy-sell oscillator was clearly wrong there. But look at it here. See, it closed here, and then it did go down first. So there's a little bit of nuances when you read these. And I do have a link to that. I highly support that. This is a really good. But you don't want to take one indicator. You've got to look. Okay, so now it dropped off a second time. So it's kind of getting a nosebleed up here. 25.67. Guys, I'm thinking about reversing soon. It's just really dropping off on the scalping indicator. And every time it goes through one of these, it's like it ties a shackle to it, and I don't want to lose what I do have here. But we'll hold it a little longer till I see another. I'd like to see more of a definitive, this move is over. And this is my strongest indicator that this move is over. And the fact that it's just gone up without any pullback here. It seems like it's wanting to pull back right now. So let's keep an eye on the market magnet here. And it might go all the way up to 126. Nope. Okay, so we got a hangman and it's starting to turn around. So now I'm getting another indicator that we're done. So let's just see if it actually, the price action dictates it like at least 10 cents. So that's 60. Still, I see it down to like the low 50s, or 125.53. But it keeps going back up again. So I don't know. It's consolidating right here, but you see how the buyers dropped off? So any time in here, see if we can get to that next 125.82 level based on historical data. I just kind of want to bank this. This is getting, it's slowed way down. I'm just going to take it there. So yeah, I went around there at, I see some of you are staying long. So 125.76, guys, is what I have it on a short position now. It just was just dropping too fast here. So, but everything else says go. I would have, if I saw that magnet come up, I would have stuck with it, but I didn't. So I'm going to manage a bad position if it doesn't go down, then turn right back around and go long again. So let's see. So we made 96 bucks. So if every trade's like that, then we're going to make a lot more than $200. So that's good, right? So that's my iced coffee. And this is the MACD, divergence, convergence. Now, I'm planning on doing a video specifically on this soon. And this is one you can get right on Charles Schwab for free at any time. Most of these you can get. I have a lot of free indicators that you just type in free indicators or look under videos that say indicators and things like that. You can get a lot of free. Okay, so everybody's back short now. That's good. All right, so we'll look for this fib as a potential quick turnaround. Let's see. Dropped below it for a second there, so that's 34. It blew through it. Okay, so then we have another level at 23. So now we're past the 10 o'clock, so we're not going to get as much volume. So we should expect some mini scalps here is what I'm going to probably go for. You know, like 10 to 20 cent moves and try to play the way AMD moves in these little movements here. But this is how you scalp. You are buying and selling usually, not reversing like I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. What did I get that at 26? So I got a little bit above that. So now this is saying still go down. What I'm doing is I'm the other information that I'm taking into account is that we just passed a very volatile time in the market, which is 1/2 hour after market opens. So it followed the trend and went up just like it's supposed to do, whatever way it was going. Nothing's for sure. Remember, nothing's for sure. I have a link to a lot of books, guys. Okay, so everybody's along with me. That's good, I think, but that's up to you. The $1 Million Margin Club puts out amazing strategy guides. This is one of them, Day Trading Volume 1. They have the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, which I saw an arrow turning us around right there on the buy-sell oscillator, guys, so let's look at it. We might be near the top of that. Yeah, that might be the top of that move at the 50 cent. There it is again. So I'm getting ready to reverse here. I'm sorry, I interrupted myself. Let's see if it bangs back up to that 50 cents. There's 47. Yeah, that arrow is turning it around. Is it going to break through that? I might have missed the move already. There's a little bit of a pullback. So I had it up to like 20 bucks there. Now it's back down to 8. I just don't want to miss a big drop here and be in the wrong position. Sorry, but the $1 Million Margin Club's great strategy, guys. Day Trading Volume 4 as well, which is all those strategies that trade the open based on breakout strategies. That's like printing money. Those are so good. So you can watch me do videos about that. You can read the comments about that. That strategy came out, I don't know, like it's been 4 or 5 months maybe. But the other one, this one that I'm trading, has been well over a year, March of 2023. And this changed everything for traders because it gave you a safe way to make money, and everybody was just bleeding money. Well, not everybody, but it's really, really hard. Day trading is really, really hard. It takes a couple, 3 years. We're trying to cut that curve down for you, and it can take longer for some people, 4 or 5 years. When they get it, and then they start making big money. Mostly it's a personality thing when it goes that far. It's like trying to control yourself is the bigger issue, and getting out and following your day trading plan and practicing in a simulator first. The other good books that I have links to are, which made me think of books in the first place, is what I was just talking about, is Nothing's for Sure, and that's Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, who really talks to you about the probabilities of trades going against you, and how you should just count on them all going against you and make a day trading plan with that in mind until your strategy on the simulator slowly changes that curve from like 50%, even money, to like now you're 55%, that you're accurate, or 62% or whatever. So, using the right indicators, getting the right strategies that you believe in. It's just stalled here on this fib. All those things are very important. And everybody, no matter who you watch, look, you probably should take some course online, right? You hear me talk about those sometimes, but you can't read a book about surgery and become a surgeon. You have to practice, and then you will become your type of surgeon too. You won't be like the other people. So people that are showing you, just like me too, people that are showing you a way to trade, it might not be the way that's good for you. So you have to kind of get your feet wet in a simulator and then start to discover what is really working for you, and make sure that it's over a pretty large sampling of time, because the market can mess with you guys. It can so mess with you. 46 cents. I'm going to turn around 50. I'm going to turn around right there. 51 cents. And we got another buy-sell oscillator turning us around. So even if it goes beyond this, I don't expect it to go far beyond it. So I went ahead and turned around. So let's see what happens. Now, I reverse a lot, and I call that, and the reason I do is because sometimes I'll wait too long to get back in. So when I went back and looked how much money I was making, and then I saw how all the time that I was waiting to get back into the perfect entry, right? Because that's really what you should be doing, is waiting for the perfect entry, and stop thinking about how much time it's taking you, right? You'd rather be more successful than how much time, oh God, I gotta hurry up and relax. I told myself I'd make all my money in an hour, and that's the rules, Well, maybe it's not working that way. So, but for me, I have a lot of other stuff I do, and so it's, everybody has their own thing about what works best for them. It's already like $18 these days for 100 shares is a good trade. We've been trading 50 shares a lot too. I've been trading with the students in the Bahamas too, 50 to 100 shares on Power Hour. But I was making a point that finding your own place that you can stand on, that you feel comfortable. Oh, I know, reversing. Reversing is an advanced way to trade, and it's tailored just the way I like to trade. And you may want to do that perfect entry. That's certainly a lot safer, but I figured out I lost so much time. I think I was starting to say it, and I'm trading, so I get sidetracked here, but that I figured I did better when I reversed and managed a bad position. So often I'll reverse. I said to myself, like, well, why are you getting out? You don't think it's going to go up anymore. That's why you get out or go down if you're going short. So why not just, if it's not going to go the direction it was, that means it's going to go the other direction. Or it could rest, and just consolidate. But I'm already going the way I think it's going to go. So I just figured, do it. Just reverse. Now it's basically just pushing the buy button twice or the sell button twice, depending on which direction you're going, if you don't have reverse, but you can activate that key. But you probably should just get out and then take your time and wait for that perfect entry. And I still haven't done that video yet because I've been coding a lot and I keep coming up with new indicators that I'm going to find that I want to include them in that because they are making a difference, like this buy sell oscillator, that being one of the telltale signs to turn around. Both times it did it. It didn't do it here, but these both were right too. So that's 4 out of 5 right now. And it runs at about 70%. So can it break below the 25 mark here, guys? This is a great trade. I don't want to lose it. If it bounces back up fast, like it keeps trying to threaten it's going to do. You look at how where the sellers are dropping, just like the buyers were. Overall, the volume is down because we're past that half hour I was telling you about. So now you're looking at things kind of with a different lens. Now it's going back up for selling. So yeah, I'm going to hold a little longer here. And as you can see that it went down. So now we got another up. See the green arrow down there? All right, so I'm getting ready to reverse, guys. I'm getting ready to reverse. See if it gets down to that 124 level there, 78, 80-ish level there. But anytime now, I'm going to look at that. Wow, I'm going to take that. What did I get that at 84? So I'm just above that, but this level, but I'm also below where the arrow said to turn around. So now I'm looking at this as support for managing my bad position. So this literally told me what to do. Even though the sellers were going up, I've been putting more faith in the buy-sell oscillator, which is based on a mathematical formula with the RSI crossovers. Reconfigured. I coded it myself, and then it's available at the $1 Million Margin Club now because I did it for the Charles Schwab Thinkorswim platform, and they sell them over there. Eventually, these will probably be put on the platform for free, but it could take a long time for that to happen. But if you want it now in one trade, you can pay for it because it's short money. I think it's like $20 or something. But there's a lot of links to great indicators over there that a lot of them I have designed. I know they're getting other people too. I mean, a lot of people code for Thinkorswim. So we broke. I'm $240 now. I'm at 124.84, guys, long. 124.84 long. And it hit a wall down here right along with this arrow at the 124.78 historical data level on a 1 hour, which is just like the strategy said. And we are in the ATR range now. We broke above it. So I would definitely turn around if I was going short there. But this caught me with that arrow telling me to turn around. I would get that indicator, guys. Now, the market magnet doesn't work as well when the volume drops. But when it's a high volume, this thing is really valuable too. This is not a great showcase for this thing. The best thing is the strategy and the support and resistance lines. I tell people when they ask me, my number one indicator is always the scalping indicator for a 1 minute chart trading. This would be the number one thing I'd get. So there's links to that one. And then I would really the Fibonacci levels on 5 minute charts, two days back and 10 days back, marked from the highs and low, always left to right. That would be the next thing I would really look at. Hopefully I'm not contradicting myself when I say different things at different time. I mean, you kind of got to look at them like if you're looking at, between 5 and 10 indicators across your chart, and they're all a certain percentage weighing which way you want to take that trade. So they all have a value. So you're looking for the most that line up at one time to go that direction, right? So right now you see the scalping indicator down here is the sellers are in control of it. It's very low volume though. And I always look at this like when it doesn't make the top of the column, that's not giving me a lot of confidence that it's going to go short. So I would still play this long. The multi-chart alignment is split. Short term, it says go up. Long term, it says go down. And that kind of keeps you honest as far as thinking about trends, because you can get lost in the little moves. But you see, that's the thing. I'm showing you how to scalp, not swing trade or take a long day trade. This is about scalping, taking those little tiny trends within the bigger trends, and then with your eye on if a position is going against you that you're holding, like if you're going short and it's going long and you go, oh, I think it's going to come back. Look at the big trend then. Look at that. And if they're all saying long, then maybe you should get out sooner and go long. So you want to be holding when it's going against you in the way that the overall larger trend is going, so that it's a better chance of recovering, if you know what I mean. And that could be short or long. And I'll give you an example. Like if that arrow told me to go short right there, and I went short and it started to go down and then it started to go up and I was still holding, oh, I think it's going to go back down. I would look at this trend and say, hang on, everything's going up overall. I need to get out of this position, take a lesser loss, do whatever I got to do. And of course it gave me a chance here and it gave me a chance here. It went up and down, up and down, up and down. So take a lesser loss and then, hey, maybe I read that wrong, because that arrow isn't ringing so true anymore, right? So, oops, okay. I missed some profit there. Okay. Okay, good. It's giving me another chance to make money here. So, wow, it really went up too. So I would look at this 125 for sure. I'm just going to take it there. What did I get it at? 124.98. I bank off of that and try to catch a little scalp here. Okay, so this wants me to turn around, but I'm making some money right now, so we'll keep it for a second. This arrow is pushing down with it. See, it's pushing down with it. So that was a warning. Where it closes is the level that you'd really want to think about. It's still moving with it. See it coming down here? It's like, guys, get ready to turn around. Guys, get ready to turn around. Wow. Look how far that's going down. It's I'm getting ready to reverse off of that, guys. The scalping indicator went up too. Oh, it already turned. Oh, I already missed the move. Oh, I was watching the other way. Okay, well, let's see if it gives me another chance down here. So it really had it down here at like 59-ish, 50, in the 50s. There's 61, 62, 60s. Give me another chance. I'm not going to go long, much longer here. The sellers are picking up on the scalping indicator as well, but the volume's going down. So look at it. It's all red here. This says go down. Arrow says go up. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, guys. I feel like I'm missing it. I'm holding at this point. I'm going to hold. I missed a couple of scalps in here. I could have caught this up and down a couple times here. So I don't like the fact that it's yeah. So that's the move. It did the move, and I could have caught it, and I didn't. So the arrow was right, but everything else says go down. So I was holding for that. I will absolutely turn around this ATR. There's no getting around it if it goes down there. But and then I'll just manage it if it's bad. It looks like it wants to make a run for it. But let's see. This is multi-chart alignment says go short, go short, go short. And that's what I'm doing. Now I'm looking at the even and half dollar and the ATR low range as a spot to, wow, there it goes, 58, 57, 56, 55. I'm just going to take it there. What did I get it at? 54. It's really hard to catch it right at it. It might just spring right up after it. So yeah, some of you are still going short and you're still making money. This is what's turning me around, along with that arrow action saying, hey, it's up here. But that's it. So I'm not feeling real strong about going long here. If this breaks here, you're going to see me reverse for a lesser loss. So Now we're about 22 minutes into the half hour that I plan on trading. I already have the sort of the higher level I thought I would make, so that's really good. Stocks like Apple and AMD, you know, I was trying to think of another one that would be Microsoft is too the split's too much and it's too expensive for most people. But there's a lot of stocks that kind of move like this that are really safe to trade. So now we're breaking 300. So using these levels in the strategy, getting the right indicators. I mean, I know it seems, if you've just started, this seems overwhelming, but take a look at what can be done if things go your right way, right? $300 a day, 5 trading days, that's $1,500 a week. Even if you keep a part-time job, that's a lot of money to help with your household income. And it might be enough for you. You do have to pay taxes, open a Roth IRA account. Okay, the 5 minutes green on the multi-chart alignment. The scalping indicator is pointing up. We broke that level, so I'm looking to get up to the 125 even to think about turning around. I'm running out of time to take trades too, so I do consider that for my timing to try to make as much money for you guys as I can. Okay, so a lot of price action came up here, and the magnet kind of, we see how these arrows came up. Now these arrows are going to turn it around, can turn it around. Mark Douglas, any trade can go against you, trading in the zone. Tom Hougaard, Best Loser Wins, another great book. I have links to both of those along with the $1 Million Margin Club books. Okay, so now we're looking up at the half dollar. We got 332. I mean the whole dollar. Sorry, the whole dollar. 125. That's a $40 trade with 100 shares. That is nice. Moving 40 cents. I do not see a reason to turn around here. I have now the 5 and the 15 minute are green, multi-chart alignment. We got a hard rejection off the ATR pulling us up. These levels are not just happenstance, guys. So many people set them the same way for okay, there's an arrow for various strategies, I was going to say. So you just saw an arrow, but it went away. Let's see if it... A lot of things with the RSI crossover formula will make that move. It's pushing it up, which is interesting. How long till we close here? So that's at the 23. That's a really good... wow. All right, well, I'm going to turn around at the fib no matter what if it happens to make it up there, which is 39. There's 33. There's 31, 33, 32. 34, 34, you guys. Oh, shoot, did it already reject? I was looking up. Looks like it rejected off of it already. I'm just going to take it there. 28. Yeah, I don't trust it. I think it's already turning around. So it might go back up there, but we had this arrow. We had the fib. Once again, it seems like, well, maybe not. It's going back up. Okay. The buy-sell oscillator, though, is just, I'm just starting to, broke the fib, too. Okay. All right, so that's not good. So I'm going to call a lesser loss somewhere up here if it keeps going. It might just keep going. It's moving pretty strong. You saw it here. And now I've got multi-chart alignment all the way to the 1 hour. I was looking at the fib to reject it, and also I wanted to, you always look for little pullbacks. I wanted to bank what I had. I've got a pretty big cushion here, guys, so I'm not sweating it really. Yeah, I definitely got that a little. I should have at least waited for a little longer, but I don't know. Now I see price action coming in up there. That might pull the magnet up. See this coming in right here? Okay, often that'll pull the overall average will pull this up. Now people see that because you're always trading in the crowd, and it will often act like a springboard for people to jump in or go long or not jump out of their positions when maybe other indicators are saying to do that. So, some people say that indicators are useless and that people just invent them for fun on the platform or whatever. But if you really watch them, they're not useless at all. So, and then there's a huge arguments about that. Other people say historical data. There's no historical data. Candlestick charts are stupid. It depends on who you talk to, right? Some people just say everything doesn't work. Nothing works, But everything we trade on is based on a pattern that it may repeat itself. Right? That's the idea. Hey, patterns may repeat themselves. The Fibonacci is known as nature's mathematical formula, like a repeating kind of thing. So, and you see the candlesticks just show you price action in a different way. And when you see that price action turn around, you make a note of it because, hey, it might do it again. It's a pattern. So yeah, you really do need to watch patterns no matter what the naysayers say. In the beginning, I've been trading a long time. They used to call candlestick patterns witchcraft. That's just stupidness. Oh boy. Okay. So did you see the magnet go up? And then it popped right back down. So I'm waiting a second, but it looks like we're going to want to reverse this for the final. Well, I've only got a minute and a half left, so we're just going to play this down to so I have to buy out here. So yeah, I'm just going to get out of this position soon, guys. So it looks like it's about to turn around to me. So, but I'm going to keep what money I have here and just get out of this position soon here before we run out. I'm about to be out of time anyway. So let's see. I'll just take it there. So 379. So $379 with 100 shares in less than 30 minutes. So that is the RV strategy, guys. And though my layout looks confusing, this is a beginner strategy. That's what it was designed for, mostly because of its safety. Now, some people would say that on a 1-minute chart, there is no such thing as a beginner strategy. And I was trying to show you how easy it is to scalp on a 1-minute chart if you have the right layout and if you're trading the right strategy. And then the indicators don't hurt either. So I will put a link to this. Now, I'm calling it a link, but remember, you have to highlight it, copy it, go into your setup gear wheel on the top right of your screen, pull it down where it says shared, open shared item, and then click in that box, push Control V, and then it'll say preview it. You can name it, and then it will be in all of your saved layouts. So remember, don't just press the link or it'll say error or it doesn't exist or what. I don't know what it says these days. And that's the same thing with all the custom scripts that you may either get for free here or purchase elsewhere. It's not real user friendly on Thinkorswim to bring them in. Some of them they work that way, but most do not. So anyway, guys, I hope you subscribe and keep watching all the informative videos we have. We have a lot of different videos on a lot of different subjects, from predicting the way the market goes, setting up your charts, all the volume indicators. I did a recent one on. I'll be doing a lot of other interesting ones, and always stay inquisitive out there. Always be very careful trading a sim, and go green, guys. I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.